Hey, what's up, guys and gals? It's Hokage King, back again, for like the millionth time. So, I stayed up all night, unfortunately, but I had some interesting things to, keep me entertained through the night. I watched the original Dune 1.5 times. Excuse me. Just getting over a pretty bad cold. Think I'm almost out of the water, but don't know for sure. That movie is such a mind fuck. Like, I think more than any movie in that genre, sci-fi, fantasy, action, it could do for a prologue. Just exclaiming the general state of things, how things are, how characters are, how this are, how I are, whatever. But, you kind of get thrust into the film, and all these themes and all these things happen, and next thing you know, you're smack dab into the Legend of Muad'Dib. And then I was lucky enough that on the Sci-Fi Channel they were playing reruns of Children of Dune, which I simply love. It was the first time I saw James McAvoy in a role, and that golden path that he took is crazy. He's pretty much a living god. He disposed of Alia's guards in less than a minute, and I think there were 5 or 6 of those. And they were heavily armed, and they all had bow staffs. All he had were the pants. All he had were the pants on. God damn it. Yeah, he was just wearing a pair of pants and that's it. But he was a hybrid worm human. And I don't think he could have said it better when he said that my skin is not my own. Because he had sharp teeth, around this area. Kind of think of, Worf, in a way, from Star Trek. I love when he walked in and just roared. I'm like, oh, shit's going down. I've seen it, 1,000,000 times. And I had other things, after that I watched Standalone Complex, Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex. What else? I played Naruto, Ninja Storm, Ninja Generations for, the 5th time. I'm basically only replaying people's story modes for extra... God... Smudge. There's always something on my fucking phone when I make a recording. I wish for once it would be completely clean, but... whatever. And... yeah, scales. He had scales on his skin, and while the people who are exposed to a lot of spice normally have blue eyes, it looked like his blue on blue eyes were a little bit lighter. That's what Leto II had. And excuse me. That's my roar, bitch. I only watched selected clips from Standalone Complex. Somebody made a what is Standalone Complex video, with the philosophy of it in the front, and then the real Laughing Man talking to Motoko Kusanagi, which is something that I guess fans of it really thought that we'd never get to see. Like the real physical incarnation of the Laughing Man. But it's more of a role and less of a identity. And in actuality, anyone in any position can play the role of a Laughing Man, giving into, conformity and, ideals that are not your own, things of that nature. But Standalone Complex is just as simple as this. If you replace something with new parts that are the exact same thing, that are different in some way, is it still in any matter the same? Think deep. Some Hitchhiker's Guide popped into my head. So, I'm going to pose... Jeez. There's always dust. Okay. So basically, I'm going to pose the question. For fans of Children of Dune, would you like to see a movie? I know it's kind of late for that. I mean, they ran the show. It was a success. And I watched a little bit of Caprica before I fell asleep. So, what, within the context of Caprica, do you, as a fan, consider canon and not? I know they had a different ending, like two. One was the Greystone ending, and then there was one that I apparently haven't seen, which is weird. I'm hardcore on Battlestar and Caprica, but I think if it's the Shape of Things to Come, then I've seen it. I favorited it. And that's one problem with YouTube. Now you can reach a limit on favorites. I mean, I just, favorited. Not thinking about a limit because, I thought, okay, this is not going to stop. I'm just going to be able to favorite till I die. And apparently, I'm deleting things out of my favorites that I love. And whatever. And the third question is, for anyone interested in the movie Prototype, which is basically a man with a malignant brain tumor transferring himself to a unmanned next generation battle droid so that he can not only escape the disease, but, well, live, because it's cancerous. And my question I pose is, are you still human if you were to transfer your consciousness and your soul to a robot body that can do exactly what a human can do, but you definitely don't have as many of the limitations? You don't need to breathe. You don't need to sleep. You'll probably end up doing it out of instinct. I remember a scene where he's in some, not garage, like some dingy bathroom, and, a blade comes out of one of his fingers that he summons out, and he cuts himself to see whether he can still bleed. I mean, he's constant. The guy in the movie, I forget the dude's name, he's testing his humanity within a robot body, which really, either hasn't been done, excuse me, or hasn't been shown or talked about very good. I mean, very accurately. So, you know, replace the prototype question with a fun one. Let's say you could go into a robot body, put your soul, put your consciousness in there. What fun things would you do that you know in a normal human body, the average body as of 2013, what would you do? Would you jump 2 buildings? Would you dodge bullets without the need for, you know, stopping them like Neo? Things like that, because in the trailer, the prototype seems very impenetrable. I think he runs through a barricade of bullets and doesn't get hit. I will come to you all with another video when I'm feeling a little better and feeling a little more composed. I remember your Nam Shabar. Now remember mine. Go to that place where you dare not go, and you will see me looking back at you.